press on, to continue moving forward in a steady way, to continue doing something with determination, to press on. The Bible says, Paul says, brethren, I count myself not to have apprehended, but this one thing I do, I forget those things which are behind me, and I reach forth to those things which are before me. And the Bible says, Paul says, I press on. The Bible says Paul knew one thing: in everything which God has called you to do in life, continue pressing on. It does not matter what life brings along your way. It does not matter the condition that you find yourself in. You must make up your mind to continue pressing on. Paul says, this one thing I do, I forget those things which are behind me. For you to be effective in life, for you to keep on pressing on, you have to forget the past of yesterday. You have to forget how people laughed at you. You have to forget how people broke your heart, how people disappointed you, how people betrayed you, and keep on pressing on. It does not matter the condition that you find yourself in. It does not matter the challenge that the devil throws along your way. You have to make up your mind to press on. You have to make up your mind to press on. The Bible says, Paul says, this one thing I do. I can forget about many things, but there is one thing which I always do. I keep on pressing on. I keep on pressing on. You can never be successful in life until you continue pressing on. I may be broke, but I'll continue pressing on. If I may be discouraged, I will keep on pressing on. It does not matter who has betrayed you. Continue pressing on. Paul says, this one thing I do, I press on. And the Bible says, after pressing on, he says, I reach forth to those things which are before me. I can see a miracle before you. I can see a healing before you. I can see a new testimony before you. Don't stay in the past, but always press on. Forget what happened in the years past. Forget people who betrayed you, people who break your heart, and continue pressing on. And the Bible says, Paul says, I reach out, I reach forth to those things which are before me. When you reach out to those things which are before you, you will encounter the blessing of the Lord in your life in a greater way. And the Bible says about the 4 lepers. These 4 lepers in the book of 2 Kings chapter 7. These 4 lepers say to one another, we shall not sit here unless we die. And they said, we will rise up and make a difference. We'll rise up and press on. And the Bible says when they rose up early in the twilight, and they were walking towards the camp of the Syria, the Bible says the Lord amplified their feet. The Lord amplified their feet, and the Syrians had a mighty move of a great army, and they fled away. God will never step in a situation until you make a step of faith. Until you make a step of faith and keeping on pressing on. You have to keep on pressing on. It does not matter what comes along your way. You have to keep on pressing on, because the deliverance of your family is in your hands. The deliverance of your children is in your hands. The deliverance of your nation is in your hands. Keep on pressing on. As a family, keep on pressing on. As a nation, let us keep on pressing on. The Bible says, this one thing I do, I forget the things of behind. Because if you live in the past, you will never make a difference. If you live in the past, you will never be successful. Paul says, I forget my past and I press on toward the mark of the prize of the high calling. They say to one another, we shall not stay here until we die. Don't stay in that position. Don't stay in the same place. You have to rise up and press on. You have to rise up and press on. And the Bible says the Lord amplified their feet. The Lord will not step in a situation until you make a step of faith. Until you make a step of faith. The Bible says without faith, it is impossible to please God. Keep on pressing on, my brother. Keep on pressing on, my sister. Keep on pressing on, because the miracle is in pressing on. The blessing is in pressing on. If they break your heart, just keep on pressing on. If they laugh at you, just keep on pressing on. If they ridicule you, just keep on pressing on, because the miracle is in pressing on. The breakthrough is in pressing on. Don't look at your past. Keep on pressing on. The Bible says the best is yet to come, and the Bible says he who began a good work in you is faithful to bring it into accomplishment. Keep on pressing on.